My name is Jessica Yeates and I am an occupational therapist. The business that I work for is an NHS trust. I work for secondary mental health services. More specifically, I work for a team called the Group Treatment Programme, and we work with individuals who have emotional intensity disorder. My role really is facilitating a group treatment programme. At the moment, this is currently online. It used to be face-to-face, but because of all the restrictions going on at the moment, we've been running them for about a year. They've been going really, really well. So within the groups, it's just really around kind of education, around supporting people to understand a little bit more about how they experience their emotions, their kind of thinking patterns. The best thing about working for the NHS is, well, I absolutely love my role, to be honest with you. I really enjoy working with people. I mean, that's one of the things that I've always wanted to do, but to be able to work with people in their kind of recovery journeys, so when they come to us when they're really, really struggling, and supporting them and just being with them in their journey, and seeing when they're able to be able to implement some of the strategies that they learned in the groups as well, and being able to just do the basic things like looking after themselves better and being able to communicate better as well, kind of other people, seeing improvements in people's kind of relationships and their everyday function, really, going out and actually being able to enjoy themselves and be able to feel a bit happier within themselves as well. So across the trust, there's a whole range of different roles, whether it's clinical work or non-clinical work as well. So I'm an occupational therapist. There's roles such as being a nurse, or there's doctors, kind of psychiatrists. We even have GP specialists that come and do some kind of part-time work with us as well. Kind of healthcare workers, so you don't necessarily have to be a qualified professional. There's also non-clinical work as well, so kind of maintenance, people that kind of work in estates, which enable us to be able to have rooms and buildings to actually do our work in, sort of domestic work as well. So there's a whole range of different things. We also have a research department, so people that don't necessarily do clinical work but want to do research within the trust. So opportunities for people who are age 16 and up. Obviously, there are roles within the trust where you would need to go to university to qualify, and you have to go to university at the age of 18, things like becoming a nurse or, the more clinical roles. But I think there are opportunities for kind of work experience. What I would encourage people to do is just to get in touch with the trust, really, just to explore about what opportunities there are in terms of kind of work experience and things like that. I do believe that the trust are starting to roll out kind of more apprenticeships as well, especially for nurses, meaning that you wouldn't have to go to university kind of full time. But there's also the non-clinical roles as well, kind of like admin and things like that as well. Career progression in the NHS. I mean, from my personal experience, this is my first job since I qualified 6 years ago. I've been in the role, and my job role has been really supportive, actually, because I've gone up from being band 5 up to band 6, and I was supported to make that shift as well. And there's still loads of opportunities for career progression if I wanted to go elsewhere in the trust. So what I wish I'd known when I was about 15, 16 was the broad variety of the different roles that are being offered in the NHS. I didn't know about occupational therapy until I was about 25, and then I went back and retrained to do that. So if I'd known that, I guess at 18, then maybe I would have done that as my undergrad degree. Instead, I did psychology. But actually, a lot of my work is still psychological, and I do feel that occupational therapy fits better with my quality. So I guess just a better understanding of all the different opportunities that you can kind of pursue as well.